Hello everybody, it's Bob Anderson, and it is June 24th, 2023. And I'm going to do a 10 account challenge update. I'm going to do an update on the status of the indicator that I'm working on. And I'm going to show you the trades I took today for a little over $500 an account in the 10 account challenge. I think last week, I don't even remember, the days go by. I think last week I had one day where I made like $300 an account. And then the rest, I don't even know if I traded every day last week. I don't quite remember. Honestly, I don't remember stuff anymore. But I do know that today, the market just sat there and sat there. I was staring at the RTY. I took an oil trade. I'll show you the two oil trades I took today. But, and then I sat there and stared at the RTY just going sideways, which is so unusual for the RTY, that I said to myself, well, if it goes, you know, as the day goes on, if it goes up, when it comes back into those longer term moving averages, there will definitely be a trade. If it goes down and it rolls back up into those slower moving averages, there will definitely be a trade. Because once it breaks out of consolidation, no matter what market it is, it has a tendency to move. So I just sat there and watched it, and then I'm going to show you the two trades that the indicator that I'm testing fired off today in the RTY. It fired off one in oil too. And I'll show you that one. And so, yeah, I ended up having, from the indicator, I think I had one win, two ties. I think that's what it was. $300 profit, I think. Yeah, because my open range break trade, I had $200 and some profit. So anyways, my balances were 540. If you go back and look, you'll notice that one of them is $640. The others are $540. The $640 one is my lead account. That I mean, it's Monday morning, folks. I took a trade and did not realize that I don't remember if it was oil RTY. I don't remember. I took a trade and I didn't realize until I was in it that I didn't have my copier linking all the other accounts. So my lead account took off. And I'm sitting there looking at my balances, and I'm going, wait a second, there's only one balance changing. So I closed out the trade, took $100 in that one account. I mean, it's not doing me any good. That one account moving by itself is not doing me any good when the other 9 are sitting there not doing anything. Anyways, anyways, I'm not a morning person, by the way, but it did. So anyways, I did get $540 though. I did get the other 9 accounts plus the main one to add 540 more. So as of now, my 10 account challenge is at $1,740 an account, which is just, I mean, okay, I'm going to get to rule 1 here. You can't make the market move. And I'm getting inundated with emails and questions and whatnot. To be honest with you, this is the first time I've gone through a July with my YouTube channel. Because I didn't start my YouTube channel until August of last year, mid-August at that. So I'm getting inundated with people email me, oh my God. And I don't know how many times I can say in these videos, you can't make the market move. So you can't make money trading in these markets right now until something absolutely perfect sets up and you get in it. And even at that, there's a high likelihood you're going to have some patience to watch it move its way to your target, if it even goes to your target. But you better get yourself out of the son of a bitch if it's not going to go to your target, because it's going to be hard to get your money back. I mean, this is very hard trading right now. I mean, I feel very blessed that I got $540 today. I'll be honest with you. I mean, you know, last week I know I hit one overnight open trade. That was probably the best trade of the week that I hit, without a doubt. I mean, I was in and I was out for 20 some ticks in like 1 minute. But other than that, I mean, everything's just painful to watch. A lot of break evens, a lot of 2-tick losses, a lot of just stupid stuff. I like, you'll see in my overnight open, I mean, my open range break trade, I walked my way into it. It was in, God, it was absolutely beautiful setup. Absolutely beautiful setup that I got myself into. I walked my way in with one contract, and when it blew out the other side, I'll show it to you. I added 2 more. It was going to be an $850 trade if it had just followed through. But I'm asking a market that has shown no signs that it wants to do anything to move. Anyways, so you can't make the market move. So you just got to keep yourself on the right side of the market and hope that you're in it if it does move. And you got to be very selective. I mean, the only RTY trade I took today was after 1 o'clock. After 1 o'clock. That's how long I had to wait for you know, arguably definitely my favorite equity instrument. That's how long I had to wait today for my favorite equity instrument to finally have a setup. And I got every freaking nickel and dime out of that trade as I possibly could. You'll see when I show it to you. Anyways, so you can't make the market move. I can't stress that enough. The best thing for you to do is just sim trade. And don't even be trading your evaluations until I come on YouTube and say to you, all right, guys, looks like the traders are back. And don't be surprised if I don't tell you that through half of August at least. Anyways, let me show you my RTY trades, and then I'm going to show you my oil trades. And then my total for the day was whatever I said, $540. All right. Sorry, I just get frustrated because people, I don't want nah. Well, I mean, because the market ain't gonna do right now. You have to really be selective, and you have to be, I don't know. But just rotations and pullbacks aren't going to get you anywhere. Not going to get you anywhere unless you're going to try to do 50-50 trades, which I don't like doing 50-50 trades. You know, 50-50 trades being 10-tick stop, 10-tick targets. I mean, you know, there are trading people out there that do that. I don't like to do that because, you know, it means you got to have 2 wins for every loss to make money. And I prefer to have like my one RTY win. The first trade I had today was an RTY win big enough that it covered for 3 losses. So here we go. Okay, so here's the indicator. I got it on the chart. Okay, so that it can show you what's going on, and these color changes. I'll go through all this when we actually start trying to roll this thing out. But basically, this green background means the market's long. This gray background means that you're not. This is a no trade zone because this is 12 o'clock. That's the way I have it set up. Everybody's going to be able to set these things up their own way, optimize them their own way, whatever they want. This is just the way I have it set up. So if you go back into earlier today, I mean, look at this. Look at this garbage right here. Look at this garbage all morning. How the hell are you supposed to make money on? And keep in mind, right here is the overnight open. I mean, bing, bang, 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 bing, bang. I mean, come on, man. There's no money to be made there. There's no money to be made there. Okay, so I just stayed right out of all that garbage. Then once it finally got out into the open, so it broke up, and it did this after 12 o'clock, matter of fact, rolled back into the averages, rolled back in. Now keep in mind, let me emphasize something here. We crossed over this red line, went down below the red line. See, that's why this background went red again. Then we went green again. So the first test of the red line really was right in here. So there's test number one. This never hit, rolled up, boom, test two. That's my entry. I took the long, which was the break of this candle right here, just like the indicator was telling you to do. It would have been lighting up your screen. This is a go zone because we're after 1 o'clock. The way I have it set up, I took my long. Now on these red lines, I'm looking for bigger trades than the normal 20 ticks because these are directional trades. I do believe as the market gets more oomph in it, these can be 40, 50 tickers. But right now I'm running it at 30 because again, I don't have any confidence in the market. And this thing, when it finally broke through the 5-minute gold line, it just walked its way up. Boom, there's 30 ticks. 30 ticks, $300. My first trade of the day on the RTY. 60 ticks because I did 2 contracts. 60 ticks profit. Okay, so that was a beautiful trade. Then we had a 60-minute high. Look back to your left, 60-minute high. Rotation back into the 5-minute gold line. Took the 5-minute gold line long right here. Rolled up. Came back, and I just got so nervous on this trade, I'll be honest with you. I got knocked out at even. Okay? Then what it did is now this is technical term. This is technical term, so I don't want to get too far into it. But it did a 2-legged pullback because it didn't break this. This is something I'll talk about in another video. But it didn't break this pivot, which was the rotation in when it came back down. And then bam, when this candle broke, woof, there it went. That's called a 2-legged pullback. It's not something I'm capable of coding into this. It's too difficult to code into the strategy, but it is something that I will teach some of you people later. Anyways, and then that was it. Let me show you this. God, I was so excited. I thought, okay, because here's touch 3. So you remember, we don't take touch 3 on the red lines. So it rolled up and it actually worked. But it had a reset candle right here because this closed below, everything closed below the red line. So then it rolled back up. Damn thing worked. Rolled down. Had a long gold line, had a long here off the 5-minute gold line, but it never triggered, and then it closed because this whole candle was below that gold line. See, that's how this is going to work. It's going to tell you this is the one that touched. Here's your T1. It's going to keep telling you this is a valid trade as we move candle to candle, and then when it's no longer a valid trade, it's going to change colors. Isn't that cool? There it is, telling you no longer a valid trade because this candle opened and closed below that 5-minute gold line. Remember, this thing is running a 5-minute gold line, 5-minute red line, and a 1-minute gold line in behind the scenes. So you got to kind of have these colors because each one of these colors is going to indicate what type of trade it's looking to take. Anyways, and then so therefore you'll understand why this one went no longer valid. So, but here's what I wanted to show you. Oh my God. The trade of the day. And it just didn't trigger. Okay, so you had the break. And I think I've told you guys I'm trying to program a distance between like the 5-minute red line and the candle pullback and whatnot so that I can reset. See, this is red in here telling me I've exceeded my limit. We had a push through we had a candle, and then we had a pullback, and we were literally a tick from going through here, and then bam, that would have been the reversal trade that I so much like. But, and there it goes. We were one tick from the indicator. If this had just pushed up into here, this indicator would have changed colors again and would have told you that you have an entry right here. One freaking tick. So, and it would have been another 30, and this would have been another 30 ticker. Because this, I have this set up as 30 ticks for now, which it would have easily done. So that'd been another $300. So if you only traded the RTY in the afternoon, we were one tick from $300. I mean, from $300 more, which would have been $600 afternoon in such a dead market. That wouldn't have been bad. I mean, I would have been excited. But anyways, I did get the $300. I got that trade. I got knocked out here at break even, just like this. And blah, blah, blah. And I did not take this because I was waiting for that thing to go right. Just go, if you guys know what I'm talking about, here's your crossover, okay? Here's the space between your candle and your red line, and then here's your pullback into the red line, and then bam, that would have been your entry. We were one tick from pulling up high enough to actually validate it. God dang it. And I was sitting here watching it. I was going to be all over that, like white on rice. My entry would have been 78.2. So target would have been 75.2, or let's see where that is. 75.2. 75.2. Oh, wow. Are you kidding me? I didn't even look. 75.2 right there. So it would have been right there. It would have gone another 10 exactly, by the way. So it went 40 total, and then it rotated back up. That's interesting. That's interesting. So there was definitely 30 there, and it was always going in your profit. I mean, you could have sat there with your stop at even right here after that first push down, and you just could have sat there and waited. A lot like I did on this one, on this red line trade right here. Boom. Once it broke through the gold line, I had my stop just sitting here at even, and I just waited for it to go to the target. Takes patience. But there it is. I mean, that's just beautiful. So the red line was the trade again this afternoon. It just, and this one here, one tick, it closed below that red line, and then wham, that thing ran, but it just, no valid entry. All right, so let's just talk about gold, oil for just a second. I'm going to show you, here's your open range, for those of you that know about the open range. So here's your open range from 9 to 9:15 time frame. And then just for conversational purposes, let me shrink this up so I can show you. Here's the overnight open. So as Cody the sauce has beaten in my head that you don't want to trade against the overnight open anyways in the open range break in general, because the market's really, for profitability, the market really normally wants to go that way. That's not in stone. So when this thing broke through, I stayed away from it. Plus you had the 5-minute red line here, blah, blah, blah. So I stayed away from it. And then when it rolled up and broke through the midpoint, that's what these blue dots are right here. I'm just going to show you what I did. When it rolled through these blue dots and came back into this consolidation of red, gold, and gold. There's the 1-minute gold line, the 5-minute gold line, and the 5-minute red line all together. I took one contract, just one contract, long right there at 77.76, and you can see it just took right off, and I put my stop at even, and then I added 2 more out the top, thinking it was going to blow up through, and then I had my target up. Let's see here to here. My target was going to be right here. And that was going to get me about $850 if that had worked. And I would have been, and keep in mind, as I'm going in, here's the key to these big trades with the big money. As I'm going in to this part of the trade, I'm doing it with profit. That's why I threw 2 more contracts in up here. You know what I mean? I'm doing it with profit. Now, I got knocked out at the break at the bottom of this candle right here because I put my stop right there. I ended up with $200 or something. Whatever the difference is between my RTY trades and so probably $240, whatever that is. So anyways, that's what, that's right. And then, okay. So I got snubbed here because I got blown out. Then it came down, and then the 1 minute gold line happened right here, and I did not catch it. Rolled up, came down, and then it hit the 5 minute gold line right there. Okay, so this is why the indicator had all these colored backgrounds telling you, here's your trade, here's your trade, here's your trade. Boom, I entered long here, and the damn thing ran up to 32. I was in at 15. So 32 from 15. 32, 15 minus. So that's 17 ticks. I was 3 ticks from my target. 3 ticks from $400 more dollars. And then my stop was at even, and boom, I got knocked out. 3 ticks from $400 more dollars. So I got snubbed on the crossover on oil, which I was trying to get $850 with only by walking my way in. You see, the key was I was walking my way in with 1 contract. Okay? So I'm shooting for an $850 trade where I'm only in it with 1 contract, so I'm risking $100. I'm adding to it as I go out the other side. And then over here, 5 minute gold line trade off of a daily high pullback, which is my favorite. Daily high pullback into the gold line long, 3 ticks from $400 more dollars. I mean, I really could have had a $1,000 day today, even though I'm going to guess that most of the people sitting in this video, I could have had an $1,800 day. If the first one would have hit and then that one would have hit, I could have had an $1,800 day without risking anything really in any one of those trades. And I'm going to assure most people watching this video are going, I didn't do that. I did this wrong. I didn't get that. I mean, you got to be patient. Patient, patient, patient. Patience is a virtue. Know what you're looking for. Recognize, like on this one here, like on this oil trade right here. Okay, recognize we broke through the mid-high point of that open range break, came right back into the consolidation of all these candles. Wham! Gone. Anyways, the indicator's coming along. It still has some glitches, and one of the hard things. Let me touch on this subject for just a second. One of the hard things for me to test it to make sure it's working properly. One of the things that makes this so hard is I'm trying to sit here and watch it live in markets that are just turds. I mean, there's just not much going on. So it's hard to recognize, is the 5 minute gold line trade working when it does this? Is it telling you to stay out of the 5 minute gold line trade when it does this? When I don't get the scenario setting up enough for me to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, now that I'm looking at this, I'm trying to figure out, let's see here, touch 1, 2, okay, I get it, okay. And see, I have to, and there's so many things going on in these charts, I have to try to figure out why did this 1 minute gold line not take, and now I'm looking, because the trade counter had it at trade count 3. Okay, all right, okay. Anyways, everybody have a good day. I am working very hard on this with Bob, and he is truly a champ at taking my craziness and trying to debug it, and we're really close. I'm excited the way it managed oil this morning, the way it managed the RTY this afternoon. I mean, I am excited. It's identifying the things that I personally identify myself when I trade. Not all the things, but the main things that I'm looking for in trades. Okay? Everybody have a good day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.